Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft. This will be a video which is basically going to be part 3 of building those two houses which we built way long ago on this world. So as you can see, here are the two previous houses, and then here are our two houses over here. So we've gone over these two houses, I'm fairly certain. If not, I'll go over them later. But here is what my friend Rhombus9 made when we were building them. So he's gone for a very nice ship design. It's been pulled off pretty well. It's got a sail, it's got everything that you need for it. So it's designed to be a sort of hotel. So as we can see, we've got the pathway in, got two seats, we've got the ship hotel, so instantly you know what it is. It's a hotel in the form of a ship, essentially. So you can enter through the door. You've got, of course, the reception. This is where the keys would be, in there with the receptionist, who would sort of sit here staring out, waiting for the customers to enter and whatnot. So looking at the bottom layer, first of all, we've got Rebels and Imperials. So you've got male and female toilets. I can't remember which is which, but I mean, I think they're identical, so you can make up your mind. Then you've got staff only, which is a sort of kitchen area. So if you wanted room service, I assume, you could sort of have it all made up here, and then it would be brought up to you. So that's a nice sort of little addition there. Also, you might have noticed there's black glass here instead of the white stained glass for the other layer of glass, and that's because this is designed to be sort of privacy glass. It would be completely blacked out as a sort of one-way view out, so no one could actually look in whilst you're doing your business, which is a nice addition. Heading up the staircase here, you've got the next main staircase up, so we're now on the first floor. Rooms. So as you can see here, you've got Standard Room 2, Standard Room 3 and Ambassador Room 1. So we'll just have a look in Standard Room 2 first up. You've got a nice desk here with a seat. You've of course got beds as well. You've got a couple of chests for your bedside. Then you've actually got a way to look into the Ambassador Room 1 for some strange reason. I don't know why. I think it was designed to make it seem more open. But that's fair enough. It would be pretty open in a ship anyway, so I suppose keeping in the theme of a sort of sailing ship. It makes sense. You've got, in Standard Room 2, you've got a painting here. You've of course got a way of airflow coming through, which is nice. Ventilation, and of course, again, through there. So again, two single beds this time, with two bedside tables and two chests. Pretty basic, but you do get a nice painting in there. As for the Ambassador Room 1, this is the big room up the front, up the bow of the ship. So you've got two double chests here. You've got a nice triple bed. You've got two sort of little seats here, where you've got one desk and one with a seat. My friend likes his triple beds, which is fair enough. You can get yourself comfortable any which way if you have three beds. So yeah, there you go. There's the Ambassador Room 1. They're all pretty luxurious rooms. They're fair enough. Of course, you've got nice windows all along here. You've got the massive windows at the back, like the stern of those boats would have, and again, plenty of windows here, plus using torches, which is a nice touch, continuing with the theme of an old sailing ship. Of course, electrics wouldn't have been invented yet, so yeah, torches, nice, keeping in theme. I like it. Heading out, you've got sort of this upper balcony area, which is, because this is designed to be sort of like a hotel, restaurant, bar sort of thing. So coming outside, you've got of course the prow of the ship. So you've got this would be sort of the figurehead out the front. Heading back, of course, you've got all of the seats. You've got sort of like the captain's seat here, as it were. So you've got a wonderful view. Look at that. Nice view. You've got sort of like an almost party table here around the mast. And then sitting here, you've got just two more seats there. So you've got an array of seats for anybody, whether they come in by themselves as a party or just as a small group. You've of course got seating for all of them up top, which is nice. And then of course you've got the mast. You would have the hang on, let me just let's just turn down the music slightly there. There we go. So, yes, you've of course got what would be the crow's nest up here, and of course the top of the mast. Oh, obviously you're not designed to get up there, hence why there's sort of no ladder or indeed any place to stand. But hey, it serves its purpose as being the mast for the big sail here, which is nice. I mean, as soon as I saw the sail, I sort of knew, sort of knew what it was going to be, or at least what the overall design of it was. So yeah, nice little sail there. Coming over here, got a sheep, obviously not meant to be in here, but it's probably just naturally spawned due to the amount of grass. But of course, as you saw, if you walk all the way through, all the way out here, you have of course got the restaurant in the back. So you've got seating, you've got some nice 4-person seatings all around here. You've got one big party table again. You've got another sheep. I think they're sort of jumping over from something. Don't know what though. Yeah. I don't know what they're using to vault over, but somehow they are. But yes, so you've got a nice pathway here which sort of leads out to all the tables, which is very nice. And then of course you've got an open pool which has got lighting as well. So yeah, you can sort of come down here and okay, that's not gone well. I don't know what that was. Oh, it's part of the aquatic update, right. Yeah, by the way, the aquatic update of 1.12 is just released, or at least this is my first time playing with it, so I'm not used to this. Having this happen here. Yeah, I was very confused there. I thought my game was broken, but no. So yes, of course, you've got yeah, you've got a nice swimming pool, which is very nice, very spacious. You've got steps leading down. You've got a walkway around, all made out of sandstone, which is very nice. It looks nice. Sandstone, I always like building with sandstone. It's a nice material. And yeah, that's it for the ship hotel. I mean, it's a nice old hotel, pretty luxurious, in a shape of a ship, because who doesn't want to live or at least stay in a ship. So yeah, it's a bit of a novelty, bit unique. Plus, I mean, look, that's a nice front. I like the big windows. Those windows up there, they look very nice as well. But now we come onto my design, which I was building. Slightly more luxurious, perhaps. This is the Romanus Villum, aka the Roman Villa. I searched up how to make Roman flags using banners, and this is the closest design that I found. It's sort of like a skull and crossbones design. It's pretty strange, but it's the closest that I can get, so yeah. So you've got those two there on posts which have got a torch up top for lighting it up. You've got a nice flower bed coming down here, and again down here. Coming around the big fountain here, which was supposed to be a better fountain than this, but this is how it's ended up, so this is how it's ended up. But yeah, coming around here, you've got sort of two beds of flowers. You've got one of a sort of purple flowers and one of red flowers, made using poppies, roses, and not too sure what these are. Let me check. Tulips, yes, of course. And then these ones are just made out of all sorts of things, lilacs, alliums and peonies. So yeah, they're just meant to be sort of nice themed flower beds, because of course you've got red as one theme and purple as the other. So this is sort of the entrance to the villa. So you've got a nice big 4 wide walkway leading down. On the sides here you've got sort of the two wings heading down. You've of course got east and west wing of some description. And then you've got these sort of braziers here, which are designed to sort of keep you warm. If there were guards, it would sort of keep the guards warm, and it would also provide some light at the end of the wings. Then, of course, you've got the nice mosaic flooring, which took forever to make. But if I just show you under here, if we dig down, it's got an actual hypercore system. So if you don't know what a hypercore system is, it's what the Romans used to heat all of their villas. It's basically stacks of tiles which would convey the heat, and that was under all of the mosaic and tiled flooring down here, and it would be heated by over here. It would be heated from an external source, which in this case is a fire, which would be stoked by, for want of a more historically accurate word, a worker. A worker from a subdued nation, which the Romans had overtaken. But yeah, so this is a hypercore system. It's just using bricks instead of tiling, because there is no tiling in this version of Minecraft yet, but this is built underneath every single one of these Roman buildings, which I don't know why. But hey, there we go. So yeah, that's been built underneath all of these mosaics. The mosaics have been sort of themed, so each of the wings have got these dark blue mosaics. The actual main entrance, which as you come along here, you've got 2 more Roman flags up here. As you would come here, the villa owner would no doubt sort of greet you here. So that's got this, I think this is brown mosaic. Don't know if I can easily find mosaics on it. Yeah, there we go. So it's yeah, brown glazed. So that one was blue glazed. This is brown glazed, and this is supposed to show sort of the atrium, the main entrance of the villa. So you would walk up here. You've got these beams which would help secure the roof, keep the roof up, which is again used by, it would be tiling, but yeah, without tiling I've had to use brick, but the brick works well enough anyway. Yeah, you've got a way of walking up the sides as well of the villa towards these big columns, which use quartz columns and also chiseled quartz just under there, as you can see. So that's nice. Yeah, this would be where the, for want of a better word, worker would be, well, working. Down here, this is using actual concrete powder, is what this is. That's supposed to be sort of like the ash of the burning wood, which will be used to stoke the fire. So you've got a way of coming down here. This is just a sort of enclosed, yeah, a sort of enclosed corridor, which the wood would be put onto, and the wood would burn, and therefore stoke the hypercore to keep it warm for the people living here. So you've now got this central pathway with various torches. To the left here we've got what would be sort of like the main living area. So coming inside, I've gone for the more traditional looking Roman interior. So you've got sort of like a red band around the bottom, which they seem to have, and they're just white quartz for the walls. And then coming in here, you've got a simple room. You've got a blue bed, you've got some bookshelves, and then you've got a chest, and of course a way to look out. The actual top is rather open, because I think that's how they were, but then they've got beams interconnecting, which is what all the walls are connected to for structural stability. If you go into the left room, you've of course got another bed. You've got the same sort of room layout, it's just a different colour bed. You've got a library for any sort of light reading that the Romans might want to do, so you've got a way of sort of walking in and around the bookshelves. Coming into the main room, this is sort of like the main house owner's room. So he's got a double bed for him and his wife probably. You've got a bookshelf here, and you've got a double chest, so slightly more luxurious. Then here you've got a shrine to Jupiter, the main god of the Romans. So that's just a beacon with a skeleton head on top, put onto a simple frame with some torches around it. In place of candles. So yeah, that is Jupiter's shrine, which the family would of course pray to every day. Coming to the right, you've got the kitchen area, which would be manned by yet more workers. Then in here you've got grey glazed where is it? Yeah, grey glazed terracotta. So you've got various workplaces. So you've got various counters, you've got all sorts of crafting tables and whatnot for cooking whatever the owners so desire. You've got one big main chimney here, which is one big main chimney and a big fire, which would be used for cooking really big things, probably like venison or pork or something, or a whole boar. Then you've got this sort of row of furnaces, which would be used for obviously cooking the smaller items. Yeah, as you can see, no beams in this one because of course the fire. The fire and the hot chimney sort of kept setting them off flame, so I just scrapped them because otherwise it would just be constantly on fire. But again, so you can see the construction pillars here, and then you've got a sort of two block along 1 block up, 2 block along, 1 block up, until you reached the main point here. And they're all built using that theme. But yeah, so this is just one big old chimney, and yeah, one just big block which will be used for cooking. And yeah, as you can see, they're all sort of built with this similar tiered system. So I sort of went up two. I went up two, going with an all-round look, and then I went for the white sides, because I think from the pictures that I saw, I think villas had that. You can see the same there, and you can see a little bit here. But yeah, so there's the kitchen. So these are all just basic rooms that you would need. This isn't like any sort of extra rooms, this is just the basics that a villa would have. So coming in here, you've got sort of like the kids' bedrooms or the barrack blocks, sort of for any sort of soldiers. Actually, no, these are just standard rooms. So yeah, soldiers could sleep in here, sort of like the guards. So you've got sort of purple, yeah, purple glazed terracotta, because it makes swords. It makes sort of like a sword pattern. So yeah, I've gone with that for here because this is also the armory. So in here you've got a shrine to Vesta, goddess of the household, because this is mostly just plain rooms. They're all exactly the same, no variation other than bed colour. You've got some more flags. Then coming through here you've got the armory, which is in a red, which is in a nice red. I think this is this red terracotta or is it black? No, this is black glazed. So yeah, this makes it seem sort of very military. It makes it seem sort of slightly evil as well. But yeah, so you've got armours here. I tried to make them look like Roman armours. I was going to dye the boots black, but for some reason it wouldn't let me. But yeah, unfortunately I don't think we've got shields in this, otherwise I would have given them a shield, because I had a very good shield design in here somewhere, which I found. There we go. So I found this somewhere. You could project that onto a shield and have a sort of Roman shield, but unfortunately shields aren't in the game yet. If we do a search for shield, yeah, nothing under shield, which is a shame really. But yeah, so there is that, and these would of course just hold bows and arrows and all sorts of things for defending the villa, so you would have sort of guards and things, if it was a high-ranking member of the villa community. So, and then of course in here you've got a shrine to Mars, which is of course the god of war, and we've got a little things here saying, may the great god of war, Mars, aid us in combat against our foes and the barbarian scum. So yeah, this is just what this area is. It's just a little armory. I'm using spruce wood doors, by the way, as well. So this is sort of like the barracks block, the armory block. So as you can see, one just big old long one. Down here you could be forgiven for thinking that this is a mausoleum, but no, I completed all this and then I realised I don't actually have anywhere for them to go to the toilet. So that's what this is. It's just a pit in the ground, because that was the sophistication of the Roman system there. It was sponge on a stick and hole in the ground. So, and then coming along here, you've got a sort of big courtyardy area, because I wanted something like this, just a big inner courtyard area. I was going to have seating, but then I thought, you know what, I'll just have a single big tree. And so, yeah, after a couple of trees, I managed to find one. It looks really nice. I've got some flowers around it. You've got the big oak wood representing or symbolising the strength and power of the Roman Empire. You've got this little this just little thing here. Let me see if I can actually add some fishes, because you know, who doesn't like fishes? Oh, come on, fish. I just want some sort of like fish. Pufferfish, cod, tropical fish. There we go. We'll just have some tropical fish because it's from the Mediterranean. So there we go. There we go. They're a bit temperamental, apparently, these fishes. No, get it? There you go. There we go. There you go, that should be enough. So there we go. You got a nice little fish pond, got some lily pads and things. All very nice. Then coming up here, you've got a shrine to Venus, goddess of fertility and prosperity. Yes. You've got white glazed terracotta here, and I know that. Got a couple more braziers there, which are just to give off light, really, just at each corner of the sort of courtyard. This is just a straight courtyard, by the way. It just goes around in a circle. Coming in here, you've got the main interior eating area. You've got really pretty bright yellow glazed terracotta, but even so, very nice. So you could have guests and things eating here. The main household owners would be, of course, here, and yeah, that's where they would eat there. And also, just to show you, under here we've got a hypercore system, and also under here there's a hypercore system, as you can see. Hypercore system under here as well. Not only that, this one, if you have a look underneath as well, also has a hypercore system. I went into painstaking detail, which I really didn't need to. These ones here are all fed by this hypercore. I believe yeah, here we go. So it sort of leads under here, all the way over here, and leads into the heating block here. Yeah, and it leads into the kitchen area there. Meanwhile, I think that this one is also fed via. At least I think so. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look, see, shall we? At what we can find. Where have I put the entrance to this? Or did I not do it? Did I neglect this one? I guess I neglected this one. Okay, this one doesn't actually get fed by anything. I'll have to change that, but yes. That one's fed by that. This one is fed by this furnace here, which leads that way and that way. Also over that way, I think. Or at least there's a piping system leading that way. So yes, I have actually added piping systems. But again, this is another one of those... This is just another one of those same old furnaces. Sort of has just ways for the hot air to get into there. Again, same sort of deal. Burn objects there, wood there, etc., etc. So yes, that is sort of where they would eat. So it would be brought from the kitchen over to there. Meanwhile, the final building which I have for now is this. This is a bathhouse. So you've got the three sections of the bathhouse. You've got the caldarium, which is here, the frigidarium, and the tepidarium. So the caldarium here, this is the sort of basically sauna. This would be very hot. You would have to wear sandals, otherwise you'd burn your feet. That's how hot they got this area. Full of steam. It would basically be to open up the pores, and then you could just have a dip in here, and it would be nice and heated. So this has just got basic tiled flooring, so you've got orange and white to show that it's hot. Just a small little pool. Then you've got the tepidarium, which is the sort of normal bath temperature. This is just using black and white here. So this is your sort of lukewarm temperature, your nice comfortable temperature. Then coming through here, you've got the frigidarium, which is the freezing cold ice water, typically with ice cubes in it. And so yeah, this has just got ice underneath it here to make it cool. It's got a white and dark blue layout to make it feel like it's cold. And yeah, just got ice underneath it just to make it seem like it's going to be a freezing cold thing. And yeah, so the Romans would go for the baths here, just to keep themselves nice and yeah, hygienic. So yeah, you've just got again the wood beams intersecting, which will just sort of help keep it up. Unfortunately, this thing I built slightly off centre. As you can see, the frigidarium sort of sticks out slightly. That was a big problem due to how I make my columns. As you can see, my columns typically go column 3 blocks, column 3 blocks. You can see it here, or indeed on the side here. So you've got column 3 blocks, column 3 blocks, column 3 blocks. Unfortunately, I ended up with this, which was really annoying. Also, it's slightly raised off the ground because of the more grand entrance. But yeah, you will also notice that there's these outer columns which have got this single layer of half slabs, and then you've got the main building. That's also the same with this. But that is all that I have for my villa. When we were actually recording building these, I was only building this section here, which you can see, the main entrance. This is what I was building. I have since built that. I've built the rest of the complex. I still have yet to build somewhere for the, want of a better word, the workers can stay. But yeah, this is the Roman villa that I built. I am very happy with this. I had to basically force my friend to send me the world file because I didn't want to lose this, and also I wanted to show off both of our creations because we worked hard on these. Yeah, I'm especially proud of my villa. No doubt he is especially proud of his hotel here, and so he should be. And yeah, I just wanted to show off these two buildings because I mean, look at it. That's what we made the first time we came on the server. This is the next time we built. It went 0 to 100 real fast. But yeah, so that is the two buildings that, well, the hotel and the complex that we have to show for today. Well, I have to show for today. So I'll thank you all for watching, and goodbye.